Hello.
Fuck are you doing here?
I was following you.
Well, I don't know. I was following you.
Well, look at this fellow.
That doesn't look anything like a fellow.
Uh, I don't know. Gender's probably different for aliens.
No, no, no. The character
Oh.
for
Oh
Shakespearean
yeah, of
character.
course, because of your lisp.
I will
You
beat
pronounce it
you with a wet end.
Offavo. No, you poor
But
man.
no, it's not. It's not the L's I've got the issue with.
Offavo.
Why are you making me sound like Team America Kim Jong Un?
Ah. Yeah.
Kim
Anyway,
Jong Il, sorry.
yes, we're playing this moppy moppy cleany game.
Again.
As you can see, oh, fuck's sake, he's bored already. Yes, as you can see, there's been quite a palaver here at this cryogenesis thing. What's this say then? Uh, okay. There was a containment breach, and termination
Always
of
the way.
specimens will result in a forfeiture of shares. Okay. These things got out.
Not surprised. There wasn't exactly a lot of stuff stopping us from getting in, was there?
No, no. Oh, yeah.
He does not want to get in there, does he?
I mean, a recurring theme in this game, I think, is that capitalism fucks shit up.
Yes, and I can imagine that there's probably a recent real world example of that.
Shall we do it now?
Do what now?
That topic.
Oh yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, well, if we were laughing about this. Let me just read this. Something went wrong.
Honestly, always fucking reading this boy, isn't he? Always reading, never mopping.
Yeah. I think the end line is, or the end couple of lines is basically sums up a lot of the problems that we have to clean up. It reads, "Ha!" And they said this could never happen. I can't believe I had to work with these idiots. Yeah, that'll do it.
Oh, I can relate to that.
Yeah. Um. Yes. Tell me, Jordan, would you like to take a trip into the magical land of Willy Wonka?
Oompa lumpity. Yes, I please do.
Yes. Well, it sounds an awful lot of fun, doesn't it?
Oh, it sounds like I would very much like to be in a world of imagination, pure imagination, if you will.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would absolutely love every second of that. But that is probably because my imagination is quite dirty and perverted, and
Well,
not at all other person friendly.
come with me and you'll
Oh
see.
yeah,
Yeah.
don't mind
Well,
if I do.
oh, okay. Um, yes,
You walked into that.
we are of course. Yeah. So basically, this company, I think it was called like Illuminati Events or something.
Yeah, something like that.
They um set up a it was a Willy Wonka imagination tour thing, right, in Glasgow.
Yeah, you need a lot of fucking imagination.
And it's taken, I think, quite literally the world by storm because it was. Would you think it's fair to say apocalyptically bad?
I would say it reminds me a lot of the Winter Wonderland that we had back in Christmas time.
Yeah, I see the parallel. I would suggest this is orders of magnitude funnier.
Oh, absolutely,
This
yeah.
is okay. So essentially, I mean, this was all done through AI, right? They advertised
So
the
I
thing.
hear, yeah.
They generated AI pictures. The script was AI, which we'll fucking get to because that's a journey. Um,
Oh, have you got access to the script?
no, more's the pity. I haven't seen a script, but there is one feature of the script I would like to discuss. Um,
Okay,
yes, parents paid up to I think it was up to 40 quid or up to 39 quid for tickets.
I heard 35, but yeah,
Yeah,
either way, it's
it was
still
something like that. Um, expecting to have this wonderful journey and the chocolate room and all this stuff because Willy Wonka has a lot of good set pieces like that. It sort of lends itself well to a theme park or an event day like this.
yeah. Ignore the inherent colonial undertones,
Yeah.
and you've got a nice family day out,
Yes. Yes. Yeah. You could say that for most things, really. I think. Um.
especially McDonald's,
Oh God. Yeah. Um. Yes.
Disneyland.
So parents showed up expecting, as I say, the chocolate room. They found a sparsely decorated warehouse, with a handful of actors. None of whom had great costumes.
One of them was a pound shop Oompa Loompa costume, as far as
Yes,
I've
I
heard.
mean the Oompa Loompa. There's a famous photo of one of the actresses who played an Oompa Loompa looking very depressed
Yes.
by it's meant to be like a sweet mixing station or whatever, but people have joked it looks like a meth lab. Um,
Hmm.
well, she has come out and said that basically she showed up. It was advertised on Indeed, of all places, which is a little strange. She showed up. They didn't have costumes. They didn't really know what they were doing. She read the script. I mean, or both the actors I have seen talk about this, one of whom played Willy Wonka, said that the script was utterly nonsensical. Um,
Hmm.
I
Well, that's
think
AI for you.
the costumes were really cheap, as you said, but they went ahead with it because A, it was a gig, and B, they didn't really want to disappoint the kids, which is very noble. And I should say, the actors have really, the actors all seem really delightful. Um,
Well,
so
you'd want to present it as delightful after that, wouldn't you?
well, yeah. I mean, it's not their fault at all. It's
Oh, you
entirely.
hope not.
Um,
You hope they had no actual involvement in it.
but there are a number of things that stuck out to me. Just just little thing. Every time I hear something new about this, it makes me piss myself laughing. One of the actor who played Willy Wonka went and had lunch in his car because he couldn't bear the sight of the children crying.
That's a very Willy Wonka thing.
the A lot of the kids had better costumes than the actors were wearing, which
Jesus Christ.
was noteworthy. Um,
Oh, just before you walk off,
yeah,
this area past past here, we don't need to go down there anymore. I
okay,
know there's a shotgun shell over there. I can't get it out of the floor. So
right, okay. Um, at a certain point, the script was like the owners apparently came to terms with the fact that the script didn't make any sense and just said to the actors, just improvise.
hmm,
It took like 2 minutes to walk around the place.
Jesus Christ.
Eventually, a notice was scrawled on a bit of cardboard that says, "We're closed. Refunds will be issued shortly." Parents called the police. There was a lot of anger, a lot of crying children. Um, Certainly, there was a rather strange addition to the script that the
Would this
AI.
be the unknown?
Yes. Now,
Yes. Okay.
have you? Now, I haven't seen the video with audio because I saw it at work, but at a certain point, there is a character introduced called the Unknown.
Mm.
Now, the
And not
Unknown.
not not this weirdly shaped Pokemon.
No,
It's
the
the
un
alphabetic Pokemon.
the un
It's
yes, the Unknown is apparently an evil chocolatier that lives in the walls and makes evil chocolate. And at a
like
certain point, there's a clip of Willy Wonka introducing the children to the Unknown, and this guy dressed like all in black with a silver mask awkwardly like creepily dances out from behind it like a mirror or something.
hmm.
And apparently this rather understandably scared the shit out of the children because
I can't imagine why.
it looks like a fucking SCP. Like,
It does a bit, to be fair.
like what the fuck?
I know. I heard that it was a woman.
What dresses the Unknown?
Yeah, like it doesn't make any material difference.
No,
I just some of it I had heard that is slightly different to what you'd said.
I mean, just I. It's that is the funniest shit I have seen or heard of in a long time. This is an early entry for my favorite news story of the year.
Well,
It's
I saw someone say that that picture of the depressed Oompa Loompa
mm,
is the picture of the year, despite it only being 10 years.
yes, I saw that on well, it was I saw it on Reddit, the clip of a tweet, which may well be where you saw it.
TikTok, I think,
All right.
as well. I saw stuff.
Well, that actress apparently, I mean, the picture makes her look like, you know, a depressed 45-year-old. She's 21, and
Oh God.
she looks a lot better than in the photo. And I think she was a bit mortified at first, but she does see the funny side of it. Um, my sort of reading of how this came about is that basically they thought they could Oh, another thing that struck out on the signs. It says, "Oh, Willy's whatever cafe." They spell Willy wrong, which may well be a way to avoid copyright issues. And I also
Well,
forgot.
that and having no resemblance at all to
Yeah.
a chocolate
Yes.
wonderland.
I also forgot there was this Willy Wonka experience didn't have any chocolate.
Yep.
It had a jelly bean room, which very quickly ran out of jelly beans. Children were
Well,
allocated I think like one or two jelly beans each, and a quarter cup of lemonade, and that
terrible,
was what you
terrible.
got for your fucking.
35 quid.
Yes, it seems to be like this is like the genesis of this was somebody thought, oh, this will be really easy. We'll just get AI to do all the work, and then we're completely out their fucking depth.
I honestly think we could organise something better
Oh, absolutely, yeah,
for next week. I guarantee
yeah.
you we could organise something better within a
I
week.
mean, I was going to say it wouldn't be great, but it wouldn't have to be, would it?
No, it just has to be better.
Yeah, yeah. We probably
What's this? We have some chocolate.
yes,
Good lord, it's instantly better.
yes, and
I don't even have to be full size bars. Get fun size ones.
yeah, just get a shit ton of fucking chocolate and just pour it everywhere. Kids will go fucking nuts for that.
You know, though, you can get those bags of like chocolate raisins and chocolate peanuts and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Just get like 100 bags of that,
yeah.
and then make a room and treat it like it's like a ground or something.
Yes, that's what you
Like
do.
a
You have them walk through, and you've got like a thin scattering of chocolate-coated peanuts and raisins on the floor, and it's like, oh, look at the rabbit droppings. You know.
Yeah, we've already improved
Yeah,
on it in over the space of we've probably been talking for about 10 minutes, but
Peter Pudding
two
Bridge.
minutes.
Yeah, you get like I don't know. You can probably get like weird coloured liquid and like the stuff like smoke. You can buy like stuff that like fluids that really smoke.
Hmm.
I know what I mean, but I know you've seen them.
Yeah,
You know what I mean. You just get
well,
some
you
of
get
that.
dry ice, don't you?
Yeah, dry ice. You get dry ice. You do eat food coloring and dry ice. That's probably something that could work.
Have you seen any bucket dispensers? Not like the water buckets, like the
Well,
ones that we can put the crap in.
probably. Uh,
I've not seen one, but I've not gone that way yet. That is the way that you've gone. I've not been that way.
yeah. Yeah, it's here. Look. Well,
I've still not gone that way.
I've
So
got,
you say look, but I can't actually.
I've got the bins.
Where did I write down about this? So, like I say, I was going to talk about this. Well, there you go. Willy Wonka land equals disappointment.
Yeah.
That's how I had officially written it on my.
Yes, I can't see the Roald Dahl estate having approved this. Okay.
Wow,
And yes,
or do they approve these days?
it's a spec. What the fuck are you talking about? There was a Willy Wonka film just came out.
Yeah, but I mean,
Go on,
you know,
explain what you said just on the spur of the moment, just for the sake of saying something.
well, that wasn't like last week, was it?
No, all right, fair enough. In the last couple of weeks, I haven't approved anything. Well done.
Well, we don't know that.
Maybe they did approve this and are now hastily trying to distance themselves.
Or maybe they're really proud of it
Maybe.
because they've made the money regardless.
Yeah. No, they've got to give it back.
No, they haven't.
Oh, they've
Why
got
would
to.
why would the Roald Dahl estate have to give the money back for someone else's fuck up?
Fair enough. They bought the rights for like a weekend.
You
But,
know.
yes, this is far. Oh, fuck, this is far and away. I mean, this was just fucking hilarious. Everything I really hope the script comes out. Because that's just amazing.
Well,
And it just goes to show AI is shit. Like how the fuck it thought of the unknown, I do not
it's
know.
literally the whole fucking. Well, it might not have been called the unknown in the script. Maybe that's a name that they've given it because it didn't give it a name.
Yeah.
They didn't know a name
Oh,
that they were
God.
supposed to call it, so they came up with the least creative way of expressing that.
I hate that. I think you may be right. I can see that. I can see that being the case. I mean, I don't think they got a single fucking thing right.
I mean, surely if you're gonna have an evil chocolatier, you go like real world and you have it like being the milk tray man or something.
Yeah.
He literally breaks into your home
Yes. You call
to
him.
give your wife chocolate.
You go full social justice with it and do a Nestle attack.
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
have to.
And you teach the
You don't have to come
children.
up with an entirely new character.
You teach the children all about slavery.
Or one of Oompa Loompas making you some chocolate.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm sure there's a lesson here.
Yeah.
This a bit of ice is precariously balancing. No, it's gone now. Never mind.
But yes, this. I
It's your
mean,
favourite story of the year.
oh, absolutely. So far, yeah. I think it's hard. It's going to be hard to top. Uh,
Well,
yeah.
shall I pick one of mine?
I'm just trying to think if I've said everything I want to say on the matter. I think I have. Go on
Okay.
then.
Have you heard that Mary Poppins is now a PG rated film?
Yeah, I was tempted to put that on the list.
I didn't really look more into it.
Yeah.
I saw the headline and
Well,
saw that it was been changed. So I'm assuming you know more.
well, it's changed because of a very archaic slur that nobody uses anymore. Which
Is it one that you're comfortable using so I can know what it is?
well, I've forgotten it. I think it. I think it
Oh,
begin.
fair enough.
I think it begins with an E. I don't know. I honestly don't remember. But it wasn't one that stuck out. I remember looking at it and thinking I have never heard this word before. Um, I think I don't know. Maybe it's an overreaction. I don't really care. I think it's fine. I think
It's just a thing that happened, isn't it?
well, the first, yeah. I mean, as soon as I saw that, I thought, oh fuck, the very worst people in the fucking world are gonna get really annoyed over this. And I bet they have.
Oh, to get annoyed over everything.
Yeah, it's like every Christmas, the media trails out a story about how people are campaigning to have, Santa Claus be black or a woman. And I guarantee you, it's based on very little. No, this is not a major protest point. People are fine with it, and even if
It's one bloke who happens to be
yes,
black who wants to dress up, who didn't get the job
or
in a in
well,
a in a shopping centre.
or did get the job at a shopping centre, or is just dressing up for his son, or somebody making a joke on Twitter, or somebody being serious on Twitter and
Ah,
not really being listened to.
this actually reminded me, and it's a tangential point. There is in one of the John Green books, I believe, it's Looking for Alaska.
Yeah.
There is a character whose parents own the largest collection of black Santas in
Huh.
the world.
Do
And
they?
it's just a ridiculous fucking thing to, because like, it doesn't have any bearing on anything at all for the rest of the story.
No.
It's just the small tidbit of information.
Yeah. Well, it's a little curio, I suppose.
Yeah, no, I just thought I'd share it since we mentioned Black Santas.
It always reminds me of that episode of The Office
Which one?
where
No, which office?
the American one,
Okay.
where Phyllis wants to play Santa and Michael has a little hissy fit.
Well, is that when he shouts no?
No,
Because
that's the one where Toby
oh,
leaves and then comes back.
I gotta say that was a very bad impression.
Fair. I think my control. I'm clearly doing something wrong with this controller because the left analog stick tends to stick a little, or it certainly is sticking a little as of late.
Well then.
It's, yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and do my awkward topic, but it's not like awkward in terms of the conversation itself. Just awkward in terms of it's quite long and tedious, and you don't really have to do anything other than edit it after the fact.
What do you mean?
Okay, so it's the new Formula One season starts properly this coming weekend, and this video will go out on Sunday, won't it?
Yeah. What do you mean edit
Okay.
it after the fact?
I know it'll make sense after when I'm in a minute. Bear with.
Okay.
So it's the first race of the season is actually on Saturday because they've moved it for reasons that I have read and then forgotten. It didn't really matter.
Okay. Much
I
like
read it about a
much
month
like
ago.
a slur in Mary Poppins, it left no
Exactly,
impact whatsoever.
It doesn't really matter. So I just want to take this opportunity to congratulate Max Verstappen for winning the race.
Congratulations, Max von Staten.
And then I want to, since we're talking about Formula One, I'd like to take the moment to congratulate Sergio Perez for winning the race.
Congratulations, Sergio Perez.
And I'd like to take a moment and congratulate George Russell for winning the race.
Are you taking the piss?
Why? What do you mean I'm taking the piss?
Are
Is
we?
it because you know George Russell won't win it, or because I'm going to go through all 20 drivers?
Oh, fuck off. All right, go on. Congratulations,
George Russell.
George Russell.
You know, he's a British driver. He's from Kings Lynn.
Is he really?
Yeah. My aunt lives in Kings Lynn, or she did last I knew.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, go on then. Do the next
who's next
17.
I'd just like to take this moment to congratulate Lewis Hamilton for winning the race.
I think that's a safe bet, don't you?
No, Max Verstappen's the safest bet, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Although, to be fair, Lewis Hamilton did get the fastest time in free practice too, but it doesn't mean anything because it looks like Red Bull have been deliberately performing lesser than they are capable of to try and hide how good the car is.
I'm not going to edit this. I'm going to leave it. I couldn't be fucked.
No, okay, so I'd like to take a moment, since we're talking about Formula One, to congratulate Charles Leclerc.
Congratulations, Charles Leclerc.
And since we're on the topic, congratulations, Carlos Sainz, for winning the race.
Congratulations, Carlos
Sainz.
Whatever.
Oscar Piastri, well done for winning the race.
Well done, Oscar Pistorius, for winning the race.
Oh, I hear Lando Norris. Lando Norris won the race.
Well,
congratulations, Lando.
Yes, Lando Calrissian doing it again.
Did you know? Did you hear? Lance Stroll won the Formula One race over the weekend.
Well done, Lance Armstrong. I'm getting bored of this.
I'm not going to go through them all.
Finish it.
Finish it. So
I know.
Congratulations, Fernando Alonso.
Congratulations, Fernando.
Congratulations, Esteban Ocon.
Well done, Esteban.
Well, congratulations to Pierre Gasly.
No, actually, fuck you, Pierre.
No, there's one more but we want to say fuck you to.
Okay.
Congratulations to Alexander Albon.
Well done.
Congratulations to Daniel Ricciardo.
Well done.
Well done, Yuki Tsunoda, for winning the race.
Is this what it's like being like a head teacher at an awards ceremony?
Probably.
Well done. You've done
Valtteri Bottas. You did so great in the race. Well done for winning it.
You've done very well this year. Keep up the good work.
Hey, Zhou Guan Yu. Big shout out to you for winning the race this weekend.
Well done. Take your certificate. Sit down.
Hey, Kevin Magnussen. I'm so proud of you for managing it. Good, buddy. Well done. You won the race.
Don't do a dance, Kevin. Take your fucking certificate and sit down.
And finally, congratulations to Nico Hulkenberg for winning the race.
He's not in today. He's ill.
Now, I just want to. You won't have been keeping track. But if anyone is watching this and is keeping track, there is one driver that I didn't name. And if you know who that driver is, comment below and you will win a prize. I don't know what prize, but you'll win a prize.
Can I win the prize?
No. Do you know who it is? Are you Googling the drivers now?
No, I'm trying to think of something funny, but I can't. I also can't think of any dead Formula One drivers.
Well, there's a few of them.
Jimmy Hill? No, he was football. I don't know.
There was Damon Hill.
Damon Hill?
He's not dead, but Damon Hill was a Formula One driver.
Right. I have made my joke. Please continue.
It was Logan Sargent.
Congratulations.
Oh, by the way, there's not actually a prize. No, I've said that. Sorry.
Congratulations, Logan Sargent.
No, not congratulations.
No?
Logan Sargent. It'd be a congratulations if he manages to fucking finish the season with more than 1 point.
Oh.
Last year, he got 1 point the entire season.
I'm sure he did his best.
Season. He probably did. But, I mean, his best just ain't cutting it at the moment. It's his first season, so you got to be, somewhat considerate to him. And it's also worth remembering that he is driving for one of the less competitive teams in recent history.
Right.
So, I don't expect him to win the fucking thing. But I do expect a little bit better than 1 point for the year. There was a period of time when the medical car accidentally ended up on the score sheet.
Because it beat him.
With 2 points.
Oh, that's very depressing for him.
Yeah.
But I suppose his team hasn't got the money.
Well, it's Williams. It's a very historically competent team, but the trouble is, it's just they can't compete with the kind of money that Red Bull have and Mercedes have and McLaren have because it's fucking Williams.
What did you
Oh,
say? Money has ruined sport.
depends on the sport.
Golf. Yes, maybe.
I mean, golf has always been a sort of a rich man's game, isn't it?
That's a good
Really.
walk spoiled, as Mark
Well,
Twain famously said.
yeah, but he also famously said that rumours of his death had been greatly exaggerated.
Did he?
Something like that.
Hmm.
So, you know.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm looking forward to the season starting properly.
Go on.
No, that's basically it.
Right.
It was a finalising point, and I'm so much looking forward to it. It is the highlight of my upcoming weekend, and I am spending time with my partner.
Is your son knocking about too, or?
Yeah, but you know, Formula One, mate.
Oh.
Easy every weekend.
Hmm. Well, I have a good weekend plan too. You know, I'm writing that script for my next video about the
You mean the Willy Wonka one?
No, the one about the the one about the Emmerdale plane crash. Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Oh fuck it, nobody watches these. And if they
No,
do,
it's
they deserve the Easter egg.
Easter egg. It's too early for Easter, isn't it?
Yes, it's about the Emmerdale plane crash, and I said I discovered the autobiography of the guy who wrote it, which I didn't know
Hmm.
existed, um, despite being listed on his Wikipedia page. Which, whoops. Yeah, I ordered that. It arrived.
Pardon you dirty pig.
Shut up.
Don't you tell me to shut up after you just burped into the microphone
All
like
right.
Barney fucking Gumble.
Gobble, you idiot.
Gumble.
Is it?
Yeah, it's Barney Gumble.
Oh, who cares?
You fucking idiot.
He sold cigarettes to kids. He can get out of my sight. Yeah.
Oh, no. Hang on.
Rubble.
No. You said rubble. That's for Flintstones. I said Gumble, which is for Simpsons.
All right. Okay. Well, I apologise for defaming Barney Grumble. He did not. He, to my knowledge, is
Gumble.
Gumble, whatever the fuck his name is.
You are so shit with names.
I couldn't care. I've not thought about Barney from The Simpsons surname since I was 11.
Yeah, well, think about it now, bitch.
This looks like the Star Trek insignia.
I can't see it.
No, I'm telling the audience. Anyway.
Barney is a beloved Simpsons character.
Yes, he is.
He is. You say that as if he's not, but he is.
No, he is. I know he is.
Okay, so show him a little bit of respect.
All right, I'm sorry, Barney Gumble.
I swear to God.
He's not. Okay, I'm sorry, Barney. I'm going to address him on a first name basis. I think it's a bit less informal. I'm sorry.
Mr. Gumble to you.
I mistook you for Mr. Gumble. I mistook you for another person. He has not, to the best of my knowledge, ever sold any sort of narcotics to children. He's a good man.
We'll get drunk in front of him.
Yes.
And only American
the
drunk, so, yeah.
way. Yes, that it arrived tonight, and boy howdy am I glad I waited, because there is an entire chapter on the Emmerdale plane crash, and I've already found some stuff I didn't know that's going to come in handy. So yes, and I'm looking forward to hopefully getting the script done this weekend.
Oh. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hank Sunderson.
Oh my God, have we nearly finished this area already?
I don't fucking know.
You know what? It's a lot smaller than I thought it would be.
I've heard that before.
Yeah, I bet you have.
Tee hee.
Ha ha ha. He he he. I'm carrying an alien butt.
I'm carrying you.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Right, pick another topic. Or unless you want to carry on about your weekend.
No, I've sort of said all I wanted to say. I hope to get the script done this weekend. I've got a week booked off, not next week, the week after. I'm hoping to record the audio for that and also a tier list. So that's good.
Well,
so speaking of,
I recorded a video this week.
Yeah.
Just as a very brief, and it was one of a few where I've recorded the video that I've then deliberately talked about after. Hang on. I recorded a video,
yeah,
left it a day, and then did the voiceover for said video.
Oh yes.
which is a new one to me.
How'd you find it?
Well, I don't think I'm very good at it because I was improving.
Oh
So maybe
yeah.
I'm just not very good at the improv side of it. But
Well, I'm
I had a
sure.
rough idea of what I was going to say.
Yeah,
But
I was going to say you probably picked up as you were playing it the first time. You probably thought, "Oh, I'll mention that." You know, maybe even made a few notes. Who knows?
well, I had a few notes that I read from, and they were probably the least charismatic part of the
Mm.
entire thing. But it's like you said when I told you that I'd probably done a really shit job of it the other day. I had fun at least.
Well, that's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah, to
No,
hell with whether anyone likes it.
you will never succeed at anything unless you enjoy it, which isn't strictly true. But like,
No, it's really not.
certainly for you
I
know,
do well at my job.
yeah, for well, for I would not have. It helps that you enjoy what you're doing.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It helps that I also won the little race that I did
Oh, very
to
good.
showcase the track. It's only 5 laps, and I was in the lead for almost the entire thing.
Um. Well, speaking of soaps, we had some news, didn't we, at the start of this
Probably.
week on
I don't know, maybe.
the Friday actually. The
Oh
Friday,
yes,
yes. Now we mentioned the much beloved Coronation Street character Fred Elliott, as portrayed memorably by John Savardant, and lo and behold, on the Friday he died,
it's true.
or his death was announced. Now, yes, I mean, he well, I the context for us talking about it in the first place, I think, was this tier list, and it's going to be about Coronation Street characters. And suffice to say, Fred Elliott is one of my favourite, not only my favourite, one of my favourite Coronation Street characters of all time. He's one of my favourite characters in all of soap because he's fucking hilarious. And are you aware of like Fred Elliott or what his deal is?
He seems like he's a businessman type fellow,
Mm.
maybe a bit down on his luck, wants to do well, but just doesn't and buys into stuff. Is that
Well, not
anything close?
entirely. Sort of. He is a businessman. So Fred Elliott is a butcher, or was a butcher.
He does look like a butcher.
Yeah, he's very proud of his work, but he's most memorable for having a verbal tick, where he will say something and then say, "Well, I'll give you an example." He might say, um, if he was saying that steak was lovely, he would say, "That
I
steak,
say,
that steak was lovely." I say, "Lovely." Now, obviously, it's not as good when I do it because I'm not an actor or funny. But when John Savage
now
did
then, I
it,
say now then.
yes, full of northern mannerisms. He was always drinking. Do you know what a Scotch and threat is?
No, I don't.
It's a Scotch with just a hint of water in it.
Ugh.
That was his go-to drink. Scotch and
Water.
threat. Yes, Scotch and
Ugh.
threat, please, Betty love. Yes. Um, but he was. I can honestly see Fred Elliott being a very divisive Marmite character because there was no subtlety in that performance whatsoever. He was a big, loud, ridiculous man.
Well,
Uh,
that's what you need sometimes.
he was. He
There
was.
are big, loud, ridiculous people in the world.
Yes,
Case in point, you exist.
he. Yeah, I love it, and he has a great repertoire of just noises. Fred Elliott. You can go on YouTube and find like 3 minute long videos where it's just all the weird noises Fred Elliott makes. I honestly suggest you check them out because it's funny. I should have sent you some videos just so you could see. Um,
Well, you missed a trick there, didn't you?
yeah, I think I will after this. I'll send you just like one. Um, yeah, but great comedic performer. Uh, John Savardin himself very different from Fred Elliott. Um, you
Well,
know,
for one, he was born in Kent.
well, yes, Fred Elliott was big and loud and bombastic and very northern, and John Savardin was, he spoke like a thespian, very refined accent, um, very posh, a little, uh, you know, I don't know, but yeah, just very staggeringly different. You would not expect after watching Fred Elliott, you would not expect John Savidan to sound the way he does or did. Um, a little bit of trivia for you, a couple of bits, just while we're on the
Hmm.
subject. Um, Somebody tried to kill him. He well, accounts
Wasn't Leslie
vary.
Grantham, was it?
No, no. Um, so he met a guy in a bar.
As you do.
Yes, and as John Savidan tells it, he invited the guy back to his house to talk about the theatre.
Oh
It's
yes.
worth noting that John Savidan was a married man.
Doesn't
Uh,
mean anything.
yeah. Um,
Elton John got married.
yeah. The guy in question, who was much younger, says that talk about the theatre was a euphemism for, well, you know.
Taking up the bum.
Mhm. Um, I don't know. I don't think we're entirely clear on what happened. John Savidan says that the guy, when they were in, once they arrived at his house, the guy attempted to rob him and slit his throat, but then he managed to survive. There's pictures of him with a big bandage over his throat, um, but it was quite something. Chalked up to a butchering accident in the show, which is interesting. But yeah, that was quite a story. Uh, I shan't tell you my views on the matter, but yes.
Why ever
Uh,
not?
well, I don't think it's fair. It reads like gossip to talk about the dead like that.
Well, I mean, I didn't know this thing had happened at all, so you've already sort of gossiped, haven't you?
Oh well.
In for a penny, in for a pound, and all that.
Well, I think it was a
I
hookup.
say in for a penny and in for a pound.
Yes, well, I don't know. I think it might have been a hookup, but who cares? It's fine. Um,
Grown-ups can do what grown-ups want. At the end
yeah.
of the day, to hell with the consequences. Oh, wait, no, that's not right.
But,
You know what I mean?
yes, there
I don't
was
suppose you've seen a code anywhere, have you?
no. Um, yeah, there were a number of interesting plots with Fred Elliott. His nephew initially turned out to be his son, and that was a big dramatic moment.
Bum bum
Um,
bum.
One of the recurring things was Fred was a bit unlucky in love. At one point,
Well, I mean, after that incident with the butcher's knife, yeah,
yes, he's
I'm
caught.
surprised.
He in one storyline he's conned by a fake Thai bride called
Hang on,
Orchid. What?
fake in what sense?
Well, okay. One of his mates says, "Oh, I've been on this website and there's some lovely exotic ladies." And
Oh,
Fred falls head over heels in love with the lady called Orchid. From seeing her picture, it turns out it's a con, and Orchid works in the on like the market in Manchester, and his friends in on it, and they're just trying to con him out of money, which is very sad. But Fred Elliott is exactly the sort of person who would fall for something like that.
if only I knew someone who might fall for something like that.
He's just saying I would.
I said if only I knew someone, not
Uh,
oh I know the perfect person.
uh.
Did I say? I say did I say?
um, yeah, I suppose. Oh, was I've lost my train of thought. I'm sure I was going to mention something else about Fred Elliott. Well,
What
I
was that?
think I think the only other thing is I noticed a mistake on the BBC page.
Oh yeah.
Um, well, when Fred Elliott died, he was about to get married to a character called Bev Unwin, right? And he'd previously had harboured affection for another character, Audrey. I can't remember her surname. Uh,
Not Audrey, or not Butcher, is it?
no, that's EastEnders. Um,
No, you could. It's not the rarest surname in the world, is it?
no, but yes, the way he dies is that he Audrey doesn't attend the wedding because she sort of reciprocated his feelings, and he goes to see her just to mend things over and what do you call it? Get some closure on it, you know.
Oh yeah,
And
but a closure. Is
well,
that what
mm. But yeah, it's one of my favorite. Not one of my favorite deaths, but I like his last words, which are just "Be happy." I say, "Be happy," and that's really nice. But yeah, he has a heart attack in her landing. so to
Oh
speak.
well.
That's not a euphemism.
No, 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 no. Of course not. That'd be a horrible way to.
Yes, and dies. And the BBC reported that he actually died in Bev Unwin's house, which was not true, which is a false and malicious statement. British Broadcasting Corporation. I have not complained, but I've half a mind to.
Oh, you absolutely should. I'm sure they'll take you very seriously.
Yeah, they wouldn't give two shits. I might wait a year and then do it. Or maybe I'll use my fan base. I'll weaponize them and ask them to do it.
Okay, then.
You could probably
It's nice that you can. It's nice that you can get your fan base to weaponize to do something productive. Or mine, I can weaponize mine to do is jerk off.
You've only got their attention for 30 seconds, haven't you, really?
Well, it depends.
Although
You know what?
some of mine don't even last that long.
Well, some of my. Oh, hang on. We're talking about the F1 people. Or are we talking
Oh
about
no,
like
I
camping
was
stuff?
talking about your naughty side hustle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that's what I was talking about. But then I realised that actually there's the two lots.
No,
Because you are 75% of my fans on YouTube now.
well,
But having followed me on a third account.
who's the other one? You.
Yeah, I'm because we share this account.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you've got me with your soap one.
Yeah, and my own
And then
personal.
I'm assuming your personal one.
I feel like I have, yeah.
Yeah, so you now follow me. If you account here, you follow me in 3 different places.
Mm.
And we share one of those, which makes you 75% of all my followers on YouTube.
I suppose it does really, just doesn't it?
It really does.
You're welcome.
And I'm the other 25%.
Hmm.
It's fine. I'm having fun with it.
Well, that's
and
good.
like I said, I'll see how this year goes. If I feel like doing more, I'll do more next year. If not, then it was a nice thing to do for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, if you wanted views, you'd really need to commit to like long. I can see F1 video essays being very popular, but that's an awful lot of work.
It is an awful lot of work.
You
And
know,
I've got a day job and
yeah,
another project and then another project and then a side hustle and then
and a child.
kid and a relationship.
Yeah, I don't have any of those
And
things.
I like to sleep at some point.
Apart from the
And
child.
sometimes, believe it or not, I like to do things that aren't project related stuff.
Yeah,
So,
true that.
yeah, I'll see how it goes this year.
Yeah,
Worst case scenario, I've had a bit of fun.
yeah, fair dues.
Pardon you.
Sorry.
That's all right. I did a quiet burp just at the exact same time. I had some success with my shopping this week.
Oh God, we're off to another winner, are we? Okay, go on.
Can you guess what I cleared off the shelf when I went to Lidl this week? Just gone. So it was last week. Last week at that time of publishing.
Was it one of them strap-ons? I don't know.
Fuck's sake, Ben.
It wasn't naughty, was it? It wasn't condoms.
No,
Did they
it's
sell?
perfectly reasonable.
Okay. Was it Mauam?
It was not Mauam. But
Oh.
it is non-UK origined. So congratulations.
A pineapple?
Nope. How am I going to put a load of pineapple?
Was it a... What sort of item was it?
It was an edible item
Okay.
from Germany, or at least German in historical origin.
Was it a strudel?
It was not, but you're along the line sort of thinking.
Was it a one of them?
By which I mean German food, which is basically what I already told you. It's not a pastry.
Okay.
of any
Was
sort.
was it a oh, I can't think of what they're called. Pretzel.
It was not, but again, I like the thinking. Would you like me to tell you?
Was it one of them sausages?
Oh, you know what? You are incredibly close with sausages. It was not one of them sausages. It was, but it is definitely sausage reliant.
Was it a hamburger?
Nope.
Was it a hot dog?
Nope.
A wiener?
Nope.
Can I have another
Shall
clue?
I tell you?
No.
Oh, it's probably the one thing that I missed most from my trip to Germany all those years ago. I think it'll be 7 years this October. And I crave this thing from my time there. I know it's not Hans.
No, I was going to make a joke about seedy German films, but I
No, but I
shan't.
did go to a sex shop while I was there.
Did you? Did they ask you to leave? And they catch you
No,
fiddling with yourself?
no, I was very respectful.
Very
I bought some
discreet.
magazines that I still have.
Oh God.
They're in my bedside drawer,
I
and I have to say, I still don't understand any more of the German than I did back then.
well, it should spur you on to get some context for why that Fraulein wearing that sheep's head on her chest.
Oh, thankfully that bit's captioned in English.
All right. Ach,
She was appealing to the Welsh.
mein, uh, Sheepens haben.
Haben what?
Nein. All right, tell me.
Currywurst.
All right. What's
This
that?
is it's hot dog sausage in a curry ketchup sauce.
Mm.
Which is why you were so close with hot dog sausage. I was prepared to almost give you it there. But currywurst, it was the one thing that I could have lived off that stuff while I was there. I almost did, to be honest with you. But the guys were insistent that we maybe go to a proper restaurant or something. But it's hot dog sausage cut up with or they cut it up for the packs that you buy with curry ketchup. You can bung it in the microwave for 2 minutes and it is ready. It's piping hot. It's fucking gorgeous. And you'll never guess what?
What?
They had 10 on a shelf and they all ended up in my trolley.
My goodness.
I was having that. As far as I'm aware, I cleaned them out.
You really well. They good for you.
And I've still got 5 left.
When did you buy them?
Last Saturday, I took one to work, and because the little tubs are actually quite small, I had 2 for tea tonight and 2 for tea the other day, which isn't so bad. I mean, we're talking 1,000 calories if I have 2 of them, so it's not like it's. I know you don't do the whole calorie thing, but it's not like
No.
it's a fucking feast. It's
I don't know whether we've said this on video. Probably. I don't
we
agree.
have.
I don't agree with the. That seems dystopian to me. The idea of basing what you're going to eat based on a total of numbers.
Have you noticed Baby Cthulhu
Where?
in the big room that we've been going around?
Ah, ow.
Is in,
Oi.
is it, he's in one of the little tubs in the centerpiece.
Ah,
You've seen him then?
he's adorable.
Hmm.
You've seen the
Yes,
sign that says the priority is the safety of the samples, your safety is secondary.
Well, I have now.
Bloody corporate, eh? Bloody corporate.
Oh, that reminds me actually. Have you ever heard of a band James?
Yes, my friend from university is a huge fan of James. He went to
Yeah,
see them in a concert. Also, incidentally, our old art teacher, or one of them, is also a big fan of the band James.
Mandy,
No, the other one.
Ruth.
Yeah.
Ah, it's really bad that I remember their names, isn't it?
Yeah.
But to be fair, I'm actually friends with Mandy on Facebook.
Oh, because she's a Remainer.
Yeah, yes, exactly why.
Yeah.
We were in some associated groups together briefly. In
Oh,
fact, when we had the politicians coming to this town to have a chat about it, which did not go at all how I wanted. You know how that happened? Did you hear about that whole event at all?
is this with Ken Clark?
Yeah, the Ken Clark one.
Um,
Like that's a big deal getting Ken Clark to come to your event.
yeah, for those of you that don't know, Ken Clark was a leading light in the Tory party in the 80s and 90s. I think he was he was definitely Chancellor. I'm pretty sure he was Home Secretary and Foreign Secretary too. Like that's
He
3 out of
he
4 of
was
the great officers of state.
more recently because these things happen.
Yeah.
He was the father of the house,
Yes,
or the grandfather of the house, or whatever.
he was in Thatcher's cabinet. He was one of the cabinet ministers who was called in to give his opinion on whether or not she should resign. So he played a part in that. He ran for the leadership of the Tory party. Do you know his autobiography is it's certainly one of my favourite autobiography titles of all time.
What's it called?
Well, okay, so two things people tend to know about Ken Clark is that he's more of a moderate liberal Tory
Hmm.
than you might think,
Yeah.
and he's really into jazz. And there's
Okay.
apparently a jazz album called a different kind of blue,
Okay.
and the
Yeah.
Tory party color is blue, and his autobiography is called A Different Kind of Blue,
Yeah. I mean, that makes logical sense.
which is a very clever. It's better than my story,
Hmm.
you know.
Or that one that what's her face wrote about Boris Johnson's sacking or whatever else resignation.
Yes.
I know that wasn't really an autobiography, but Jesus
Oh
Christ,
God, Nadine Dorris, where every chapter was named after a Bond film or
that's the one.
I mean, fuck
Anyway,
me.
so that Ken Clark event
Yeah,
where we came to my hometown, my current hometown, not my birth town. Yeah, my hometown, and all that. Do you know how that actually came about?
I think you did tell me, but I've forgotten.
Well, for the public record, I put a post Brexit vote. I put a letter into the paper saying, "Look, I voted Remain. I know there's not a lot of us, but is there anyone who's interested in meeting up and having like a coffee and getting to know other people who had the same viewpoint on this one particular matter?"
Mm,
Because I feel a bit isolated at the
mm.
moment. Not in those words, but that was the general gist of it.
Is this the one that was sort of
And
hijacked by somebody else and became a much bigger thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
basically, all I wanted was to meet some fellow Remainers, maybe have a cup of coffee every so often, and just get to meet people who, on the face of it, held similar political views to me,
Oh
which I
yeah.
don't think is an unreasonable thing to do. Maybe
No.
that's how the Nazi Party started. I don't fucking know. But
Well.
the point is, it was meant to be a low key, out of the way. I'm not going to bother for the masses with this. I'm just going
Ah.
to I want to ask for people who are interested and all that kind of crap.
Yeah.
And then it escalated into a conversation in a nearby village WI centre building with a couple of I can't remember who it was. There was some famous person, and all that kind of crap happened. There was some talking going on, all that
Mm.
stuff. And then there was a big event at the local theatre slash cinema building, which is kind of like the event center in town. You would
Yeah.
say, I would say.
Yeah, the
Um,
cinema. Yeah, I know what you. Yeah, yeah. I went. I've been. I saw David Starkey, disgraced historian David Starkey, there. Um, I also saw some silent movies there when I was younger. Please go on.
so this thing that it ended up being set there, taking place there, was billed as a debate. Just to be absolutely clear, someone I don't know who it was billed it as a debate.
Uh,
Do you know how many people there were that voted that supported Leave were in the on the panel?
four?
Zero.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
They were all the main supporting individuals.
Well, look,
Uh, I'm more than happy for. It isn't a debate really. What's
well,
happening
no.
there is, if anything, they're debating the audience, and that is not a format that you
That's
want.
not a debate. That's a Q&A session. That's like a town
Exactly.
hall thing.
Yeah, which is not at all what anyone indicated it should be. I was miffed, but it introduced me to a couple of. I met a couple of actual politicians.
Yeah.
So at the time there was, I think it was Tom Brake who was a Lib Dem minister. I
Mm.
say Lib Dem, you know what I mean, Lib Dem bigwig. But that
Yeah.
was back when they only had like 8 people, so they're all bigwigs to him.
Apart from
Amelia
one
Womack,
guy who was just sort
Am-
of there.
Amelia Womack, who was the I forgot to grab a bucket. Who was a Green Party deputy.
Whoop.
Um,
Never heard of her.
obviously Ken Clark. I didn't actually end up meeting Ken Clark because I was out of the way when he turned up.
All right.
Don't know why.
Well, I mean,
Because the whole thing only happened because I put a letter in the fucking newspaper. An unrelated letter, but it's not. It doesn't change the fact that that's why it happened.
Well, yeah, you should have got more credit for that.
I mean, I didn't want the credit at the time,
Yeah.
but
Well,
there is a picture of me with the people that I did meet. So
I had well, okay. Firstly, I think, I mean, as far as Tories go, Ken Clark isn't the worst, and that's about as far as I'm willing to go.
that's fair enough.
Yes, you and I have talked about this. I'm not going to go into details. I'm on a committee now at work,
You are
and I had an idea that I
a
wanted.
select committee.
Yes, I had an idea that I wanted to raise for it. Issue was that so something set this. Something happened. It was a work-wide email got sent, and I had a thought, right, of something that can be implemented. Problem is, someone who works in the team like directly behind me also had a similar idea, but she said it out loud, and I just had it in my head. And I overthought this because I wanted to raise this at the meeting, and I thought if I say something and it goes somewhere, I'm going to be accused of stealing this. So I'd better mention something now. And it turned out
Okay.
she was joking.
Oh,
But it,
what was, is it? Is it a kind of thing you can share
yeah,
here?
yeah. I mean, yeah, of course it is. Basically, long-term service awards. So basically, if you've been working at this place for, I think it's increments of 5 or maybe 10 years. It varies. I think it goes from 5, 15, and then jumps up to like 25 or something. I don't know. Um, but you get, oh fuck, you get a breakfast with the the head honcho, and you get a gift voucher.
Oh,
And that's been controversial because a lot of people have been missed because people have been working there for 22 years and they're getting nothing. Um,
well, I mean, they're getting paid.
well, yeah, but they're not getting any award or credit, which honestly I kind of get. I think there should have just been some, like everybody who's worked out there for like longer than 5 years gets just an email sent, mass email sent out, like congratulations and thank you very much, and you know all this stuff.
Keep up
Uh,
the good work.
Anyway,
See,
was
oh, so
that
go on.
my idea was that that's spinning for you.
Yes, yes, it is. It's because there's a bucket in it. There's a bucket in my bucket, my bucket, my bucket. There's a bucket in my bucket. It's possessed by a ghost.
Ah, I'm gonna burn this haunted thing.
I just wanted to carry the bucket in it.
Yes, my idea was that you should get something for your first year. Now, not necessarily a paid thing because that's going to cost a fucking fortune. God, it's still spinning in hell. Shut the door. Yeah, was that you should get something for your first year. No, obviously it wouldn't be like a gift voucher or anything major, but just some acknowledgement would, I think, be good.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
And my colleague said this out loud, and I said it in my head. But yeah, apparently I raised this at the meeting, and it had been was something that had been mentioned to the head honcho.
Oh yeah.
I think there were some qualms about implementing it because even if it's just a case of getting a template and then getting someone to send that out, that's a
It could
lot.
potentially take a while.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking work. That's tens of names a day, probably, almost certainly. Um,
Yeah, I see. I feel like that counteracts the whole point because it
well,
devalues it, then, doesn't it? If everyone's if there's one going out every bloody day for more than one person, suddenly it doesn't mean as much.
yes, it does. I mean, that's well, if it's your year anniversary and you get an email just like we remember you exist, I think that's a good thing. But my manager said that really this should be the sort of thing that is implemented by managers themselves rather than like HR, which is a fair point. Didn't say anything on my year anniversary till I put something in the teams. Well, I didn't. My leader did. But that was a big day for me. Some people might not give a shit, which is fair enough.
I track my anniversary,
Yeah,
but I've had 11 of the fuckers now, so
you a bit long in the tooth. How long have we been going?
I don't know, 11 years probably. Fucking feels like an age sometimes. I've already clocked out. You can clock out when you're ready.
Did you just clock out
I
straight
clocked
away?
out 2 minutes into the fucking video.
Uh,
I was ready for this.
mm.
Around about the time we joked about the fact that we've come back to this again.
We're going for an hour and 3 minutes, but given that we talked a fair amount in the lead up, I reckon it's like more like 56 or something.
Well,
So
yeah, I've been there 11 years, so I want a gift voucher. I mean, the last person who left like after a serious amount of time had been there for 17 years.
Is this our mutual friend?
No. She joined in what's it called? During COVID times.
All right.
So
Yes.
for dark times, if you
That
will.
thing that never happened. If you
Well, it
ask
might as
me.
well have never happened, yeah.
Oh yeah. God, people are shit.
So anyway,
Spick and span in here, innit?
it is. I'm trying to mop the hallway. Do you mind?
Sorry.
So yeah, they'd been there for 17 years and they got a bunch of stuff. Silver cufflinks.
Oh.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't wear cufflinks. So
How long
if anyone,
were they there longer than you were?
they started before I started. Yes, they had been there for 17 years,
Oh.
which is like the third time I've said that now.
Sorry.
It's fine. I don't expect you to listen. I'm used to it. So I should think that realistically, 10 years is the point where the gift starts to get interesting.
Well,
Personally,
yeah. I mean, that is a fairly significant milestone, isn't it? 10 years. 10 years of
yeah.
anything.
I've been there more than a third of my life.
Oh, you poor bastard.
I
Is
know.
that really depressing? Although, having said that, I fully intend to stay at my current job until, I retire.
It's depressing when you take into account I never wanted to be an accountant.
You're like Anakin Skywalker, really, aren't you?
Yeah, only without the Natalie Portman.
Yes, and
If only I had the Natalie Portman.
okay.
I'd take all the accounting in the world for Natalie Portman. Or Linda Cardellini.
Okay, well, I'll see if I can arrange it for your birthday.
No, I mean, if you can, that would be the best gift that anyone could get me. That, Ben, would be better than a blowjob. Not that you're going to offer me a blowjob, obviously.
Well,
I just want to make it clear, but,
I want to make it clear I'm not going to settle for the second. I'm not going to say, well, I couldn't get you the thing you really wanted, so I guess it'll have to be the runner-up. Remove trowel.
If you can convince my partner, then I'm sure she'd do it. But actually, that's a point.
What?
It's not quite a point. It's not the point you think it's going to be.
Not quite a point. That's the title of your autobiography. You know that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Not quite.
I'm sure I'll get to the point eventually.
Yes.
Last time when we were talking about my birthday.
Yeah.
And the plan, but the suggestion was that there be Chinese beer.
Yeah.
And afterwards, sex.
Uh-huh.
Well, I obviously invited you to the first two parts of that.
Are you changing the offer?
No.
Is that what this is?
You weren't interested. It's fine.
Mm.
I invited the lads to the first two parts of it as well. The lads being the other guys that I talked to.
Did they say no to?
Basis. They didn't reply.
Ah.
And a half hour later, someone else started a new topic, and there was a conversation about it. And like I said very clearly, we've got a bit of time to think about it, so it's no real rush. But there wasn't. No, actually, that's not true. One of them replied, but he's the one who lives in Scotland.
Right. Oh, it's not.
So the one who is the least expectation to actually.
It's not the one who used to write with us, is it?
I think he did write something. I can't remember.
Haggis.
Oh no, not him.
Oh, good.
No, I don't talk to Scott. I've not spoken to Scott in years.
Good. I never liked him.
He got shitty with me once for falling asleep on Skype with him when he'd been talking, he'd been monologuing for 2 hours, and it was 2 a.m. He got grumpy with me for falling asleep while he was talking. It's like, well, sorry, Scott, but if you want someone to stay awake, don't fucking monologue.
Mm. Yes, well, I never liked him. Anyway,
yeah. Now I've got another topic. Well, yes. I've actually got an interesting one.
Well,
No, carry on if you've got more.
I dropped me bucket. I just finished cleaning those stairs.
Do you mind?
No.
Push me into the fire.
It's not personal why I don't want to.
Oh, it's because you don't consider me the friend that I thought you did.
Well,
Are we getting each other a present this year?
No.
Also, you're
Well,
not actually going to try and get me a.
would you like to? It is a significant birthday. Usually, I wouldn't, put that pressure on you or
Well,
me.
I
Come to
mean,
think of it. Yes, let's.
okay, let's. You just knocked over my bucket now.
I'm sorry.
For God's sake. That actually leads into a second topic that I was not going to do just yet, but I'm going to do it instead.
Okay, so yeah,
Um,
let's get each other presents. I will genuinely put effort into my gift for you if you put effort into your gift for me.
of course, I put effort into my your. Yeah, of course I will.
Lovely.
I wouldn't ask if I wasn't going to take it
I
seriously.
know, but I didn't want you to send me like I don't know a
A
dildo.
dozen red roses. And why would I send you a dildo?
I don't know
You don't like solo butt
to
stuff. I know
freak
that.
me out.
No.
Some
What I'd
sort
do
of
is I'd send
threat.
you something else with a dildo.
Hmm.
So then so the tone of the gift is completely all over the place, and you wouldn't know what to think.
Hmm.
The most whatever autobiography for like a really helpful book for the next video that you'll be doing, the one the one after the
Yes.
Emmerdale one. It'll be so fucking helpful for it, and a butt plug,
Hmm.
and you'll be like, "What the fuck? How am I meant to take this?" And I'll
I
say
think
rectally.
yes. I was gonna say. I think I can imagine how I would take it.
So anyway, you know the phrase Karen.
Yeah.
It was brought to my attention this week
Yeah.
that perhaps we have made a mistake over here in this country for adopting, on occasion, that particular phrase
Yeah.
when we have a perfectly suitable alternative already in popular culture history.
Oh.
Could you hazard a guess as to what it would be?
Well. Well. Let's first discuss, and by discuss I mean let me think about what a Karen actually is. So it's someone who's unnecessarily difficult and entitled. Would you not agree?
I would say that is probably the easiest way of summing it up.
Yeah. Uh. I'm getting blood everywhere, aren't
You are, yes.
I? So this is a. You stole my bucket,
Thanks.
dear Liza, dear Liza. Um. And this is like presumably a fictional character who perfectly fits that credential.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say perfect, but close enough that I feel like it's an appropriate alternative.
Well, what? I mean, could you tell me what show they're from?
Well, if I were to tell you that you knocking over my bucket
I,
reminded me of it,
that was my first thought. Well, actually, no, my first thought was Margaret Thatcher.
okay,
My second thought was, it's not bucket, you
I know,
dimwit. It's bouquet.
I know, I know, but that's part of the joke, isn't it? It's a
Mm.
long running joke from a show.
Yes, from the
Hyacinth bouquet.
yes, show keeping up appearances. She actually has kind of a fascinating character, really. I watched it was like those list shows, the 100 greatest or whatever.
Hmm.
Well, there was one that was like a sort of round table discussion of the greatest comedy character in British history. Alan Partridge won, which
Okay.
fair enough. I think David Brent came second. Um,
Oh.
but yeah, David Quantick talked about how Hyacinth, like there's like tie-in novels apparently. Like her father was a drunk, and she had to do like menial cleaning work to make ends meet as a young girl. Oh, for fuck's sake!
You fucking. You're
I'm,
talking your way into getting an actual butt plug.
hmm.
Just so that you know.
Yes, and how yes, just a very deeply unhappy person she probably is deep down. Um, yeah, I also like the idea that Richard is basically just with Hyacinth because he doesn't really like thinking about stuff, and she'll just tell him what to do.
Just is a simple life.
Yes, he just has to, she will basically do all the talking, deal with everything. Goes outside, does the garden, and goes to work. Come back. She probably prides herself on her cooking, so that's probably all sorted. You know, it does
Why
seem.
have a harder life than you need?
Yes, I mean he has to put up with her, but you know,
I put up with you, all right. I'm sure you
yeah.
can do just fine. You don't even cook me dinner.
But yeah, I think I see your point, but I, I don't think Hyacinth was necessarily difficult with um, you know, serving staff or whatever, or demanding necessarily. She was just stuck up and keen to make people aware that she was above her station. It's very much
It is.
the aspirational middle class of the time, isn't it?
Well, there is that.
You know,
But no, it was proposed to me that might be
who
an
proposed that to you?
alternative. Just I saw it online.
Hmm.
So I say proposed to me. It was proposed en masse to the public, and I saw it. But I mean, I wanted to make it feel like it was a bit more personal. So thanks for dragging that out of me.
Do you agree with it?
I mean, I've not seen enough of Keeping Up Appearances to really form a personal judgment on it. But I
No,
had a feeling you would have something to say on the matter, and lo and behold,
I did.
you did.
Yeah, yeah, I did. I always liked Oslo in that show. Oslo's her brother-in-law who's married to her sister Daisy. Um, Oslo's he doesn't really do anything but watch quiz shows, so he's got a remarkable repertoire of sort of general knowledge. And he and Richard get on really well, weirdly enough. So they're just sort of
Well,
idle observers to madness.
we've got a load of mess through here still that we haven't binned.
Well, fuck it. Do you want to call it?
Oh, you don't know, you.
Yeah.
All right then.
Where's the thing?
Over here on this corner. There's a whole room over here we haven't managed to get into
Well, that will have to wait for never.
because I can't get the door open. I don't have the code.
So where's the
So
thing?
it's on this corner.
Oh, there it is. Activate. Don't care. Unions have got my back. Bye. Right. We're always fired. Although, is that not better than? I think usually we get like the company goes out of business, but this time we're just fired.
Yeah, I mean we've improved. What
Well
was that
done,
percentage?
us.
Does it say
69%.
69%? That's perfectly adequate.
Yes, it is.
That's almost a pass.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, you can see the time, but we did it as well. So that's when you know that we're filming it, people.
An hour, 13 minutes.
Oh, I should have messaged me partner.
Why?
Never mind, because I'll tell you in the break.
Okay. Well, you got any? Okay. Have you got any? Are you gone?
I mean, I'm still here, but I've left the game.
Oh, okay. Well, bye then.
I can still talk.
I'm saying bye to the audience.
Oh, bye then.
You numbskull.